Point number 4, Jesus offered this helpless man hope. Si Jesus ay nagkakal oh man. Si Jesus ay nakakaloob ng pag-asa. Dakilang pag-asa. Amen? Si Jesus ay nakakaloob nakakaloob ng pag-asa. Dakilang pag-asa. Amen? John chapter 5, verse 5 and 6, when Jesus saw him lie and knew that he had been now a long time in that case, he said to him, "Wilt thou be made whole?" If you notice the question of Jesus, Jesus asked a yes or no question, didn't he? He didn't ask an open-ended question, but he asked a straightforward, do you want to be made well? Do you want to be healed? Right? And why did Jesus ask him that question? Why didn't Jesus say something like, I want to heal you? Why did Jesus have to say, do you want to be made whole, or do you want to be healed? Well, the reason why is because Jesus doesn't do anything, He doesn't force us to do anything without our consent. If we do not give Him the permission to heal us, then He will not heal us. But we need to decide for ourselves to choose to be healed or not to be healed. Amen? And so Jesus here, He's saying to him, "Wilt thou be made whole?" Do you want to be healed? Do you want to be made whole? Desire of Ages, page 202. Inspiration tells us, the sick man was lying on his mat and occasionally lifting his head to gaze at the pool when a tender, compassionate face bent over him and the words, "Wilt thou be made whole?" arrested his attention, and hope came to his heart. Amen? Hope came to his heart. There's a story about Navy SEALs. How many of us have ever heard of Navy SEALs? They're part of the United States military in the United States, and the Navy SEALs are considered one of the top elite fighting forces that the United States has. And in this Navy SEAL training, on the 9th week, it is known as Hell Week. On the 9th week is known as Hell Week. And during this Hell Week, you have 7 days. How many days? 7 days. And every day, for 7 days, you cannot sleep. You cannot rest. You cannot go to bed and enjoy your sleep. You're always up. You're doing an activity, and it's taxing the mind so much. And the reason why they have this training is to prepare you mentally for what is going to happen in the future. Amen? So here, what happened was, one of the 7 days, what the soldiers had to do was they had to go in this muddy water. And this muddy water is very cold. It's very malamig, right? It's very ice cold waters. And they have to stay in this water for 24 hours. They do not graduate if they fail this course. If they fail this course, they're not going to graduate. So they have to go through this training of going into the cold waters, the muddy waters, for 24 hours. Keep in mind, they have no sleep at all throughout the whole week. And you come to this point, and in the halfway point, about the 12, 13 hour, someone begins to murmur. Someone begins to complain, and they begin to say, "I can't take this anymore." And then another person says, "Yeah, me too. I just want to give up. I want to quit." And keep in mind, the drill instructor, he says to them, "I just need 5 men." How many men?
5.
"I just need 5 men to quit on me. And if you quit, you all have to go back to week 1. If you quit, you will stop week 9 and you go back to week 1 of training." Now, can you imagine going through that type of training? And he says, I just need 5 men to quit. And 2 people already started to complain. And then the third person says, you know what? I want to get out of here too. I should just stop. I don't need this training. I need to survive. I need to, I need to live. They're killing us. By the time the 20th hour came, they have 4 more hours left. They begin to think and they begin to murmur even more until one person begins to sing. One person begins to sing. He begins to sing a song. And the song is very out of tune. It's out of tune. Could you imagine singing a song and you're out of tune? Now, how many of us have ever sung a song or heard of someone who sung a song and they're not singing correctly? They are out of tune. How many of us ever experienced or heard that before? Right? And ako, hindi ako marunong kumanta. Kasi naman, mahirap. Right? I don't know how to sing, but I know there's other people who can sing. And it's like, try to sing a hymnal, but try to sing it when you're cold. It's like let's say the song is Amazing Grace. Imagine singing the song, Amazing Grace. Could you imagine that? They're singing the song, but it's out of tune. But here's what happens next. One person begins to sing the song. How sweet the sound. And then another person, one person becomes 2, and then 2 becomes 3, and then 3 becomes 4, 4 becomes 5, and before you know it, all of them, lahat ng tao, they begin to sing. From that one person, it gave everyone hope. And it was because of hope that led others to survive the cold, chilling waters.
Amen.
Brothers and sisters, how much more should we be giving hope to one person? How much more can God use you to give hope to someone who has no hope? Amen? God wants to use us. Si Jesus ay nagkakaloob ng pag-asa, dakilang pag-asa. Amen? He gave hope to that one man. And if Jesus gave hope, how much more should we be giving hope to those who don't have hope? Point number 5, we're almost